hear the music, right? It's Sunday, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not a major holiday. Ain't nothing too spectacular going on. You know, since no family stuff going on, so it's time to do the show. It's High Off the Glass. Welcome to it, y'all. This is Oda Great talking. You know how it go. We are live today. We have a little special thing that's going on this Sunday down here at My City, My Music. 35? 3819 Hampton Avenue, Overtime Studios. This is 31. See, I used to know this address backwards and forwards. Now I act like I don't know the shit. What's the name? So we got a new thing that we're doing. It's a special day for us. My City, My Music had 2 winners from the STL Awards last week. We had, Tony Mays. He won for his show. And we have The Ghetto, hosted by Ced, Nikki, and Ced's wife. Ced's wife, they won for Best Podcast of the Year. They come on directly after High Off the Glass. So it's a party down here today. You may hear some noise in the background. There's people, there's food, there's all types of stuff, but people kicking it. We having a great show today. But this does not stop us from what we doing. Hey, somebody close that door. There we go. What is it? We are here to talk basketball and cannabis like we always do. I am joined today by Coach Damon is in the house. Happy he's here. How you doing, bro? Say what? Okay, all right. Coach Hill, whatever. All right. And then special guest today that we have. I'm excited to have this brother. I met this brother actually when I bought and moved into my house. 2 years ago. This is the man that came and put my locks on my house, and this brother's good at his job. And I was like, you know what? You a young black business owner. I need to have you on the show. Welcome, Grant, the Mobile Locksmith. Everybody, welcome him to the show. How are you, bro? Oh, bro. Yes, you definitely gonna have time to give all the info. Matter of fact, tell them real quick where they can hold on. Tell them real quick where they can find you at, all the stuff.
Okay, no problem. Again, it's G's Locks and Keys, Mobile Locksmith. We do residential business, commercial, car keys, fobs, remotes, anything you need. Just give us a call, 314-496-4466. You can find me, if you just put it in Google, G's Locks and Keys, it'll pop up with a little pop-up. I got the website in progress coming up soon, and then we'll be able to be everywhere for you.
Okay, that's what's up, G. I am happy you here. We were supposed to do this a long time ago, but we getting it in today. We're gonna talk some basketball. Everything going on in the world of basketball. We're gonna talk that here in a minute. But first, we're gonna dig into you. Seriously? What the fuck is this? See, this ain't even the normal one I use. The normal one I use is nowhere to be found. Yo, here's the thing. G, I want to know about you, though, bro. Like, tell me. That's it. Thank you, my dude. Here. Do you want? No. Okay, you don't need it? There you go. Good. Because this one usually worked better than that, but I guess it's broke. All right, so, G, tell me about you, man. Like, are you born and raised in St. Louis?
No, man. I've been moving around a little bit. Born in Nebraska, grew up in Toledo, Ohio. Went to college to Jackson State. Played ball there. Came to St. Louis probably about 10 years ago.
Slow down. Okay.
Okay.
You're going to give us the whole rundown now. Are you a military brat?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. It just so happened to be born in Nebraska. That's where family's from.
Okay.
Then my mom moved around a little bit. We ended up in Toledo, Ohio.
Okay.
Was there for a couple years, high school, middle school, everything.
Yeah.
From there, went to Jackson State, hooped. And then, made my way to St. Louis. Been here about 10 years.
So, like, back in the day with the childhood, was it mother and father, just moms?
No, just single family.
Single family?
Yeah,
Okay.
Father's actually from St. Louis, so crazy enough, I, rekindled that relationship a little bit with the siblings.
Okay.
While I've been here, so it's been cool.
That's beautiful. Did you have siblings you came up with?
Yeah, I got a little brother named Julian.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Charlotte right now.
All right.
Yeah.
So Nebraska to Toledo.
Yeah.
I got so many. How long were you in Nebraska?
I wasn't there long, probably like 5 years.
Okay,
You really can't count it.
I know there's black folks in Omaha. I know there's black folks in Nebraska.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, we don't hear about our brothers and sisters out there
you
too
don't.
much. So
You really don't see a black rice in a field of rice, until you start digging.
No doubt.
And
then you find it.
then you find it.
So then y'all end up in Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, Toledo.
How long was y'all there?
Man, I was there from 7 to 18.
Okay.
I basically, that's who I became me.
How was school for you coming up?
School was cool, Myself, I'm kind of chill low key. So when you chill low key, you really not out in the open. So you kind of learn your things as you go. And luckily I had basketball, so I was able to hoop and build my confidence that way, and get good and got some attention. So it was straight.
One question I got, I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
One question that I have is, explain to people from St. Louis what it's like living in Toledo and being from Toledo.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. It's really no too much difference. I feel like Toledo, when I was there, I haven't been back for a minute, but when I was there, it was a city of opportunity. A lot of underground kings. A lot of solo heroes. And one person you might know of is Jimmy Jackson. He's from Toledo.
Dallas Maverick.
So we had some things to look up to, just like you guys here, with, Jason Tatum now. And, in the past you had, David Lee, and then you had Larry Hughes, what I'm saying? Like,
who did y'all have in Toledo besides Jimmy?
It's a good question. So we had a couple knowns but unknowns, right? People went overseas. Can't remember Todd Mitchell. That was his name.
Okay.
Todd Mitchell was nice.
Todd Mitchell went to.
I think he went to Purdue or something. I think.
Figure it out, Brown Google.
And but he's from Toledo. Okay. Him and Jimmy kind of like structured a lot of my childhood, a lot of people's childhood from my area. Huh. We had a couple names. We had one notable person for a minute until some things happened, but named Nate Miles went to UConn for a second. Okay. Jim Calhoun said he was one of the best shooters he ever seen. Just so happened it kind of went sour a little bit. But
what happened?
He had an incident at UConn. Now everybody can get money. Back then you couldn't.
Yeah.
So it was some situation with some money.
Where did you come out of high school?
I came out in 06.
06?
Yeah. No. Yeah, 06, yeah, okay. Yeah.
So what was the hooping like in Toledo?
Hooping was cool, man. I didn't know there was different styles of hooping until I left, but Midwest hooping is really aggressive. It's shooting, but it's more, like, ain't no fouls,
Yeah, it's pickup.
Yeah, it's pickup like the whole time, and it's tough.
Yeah.
Because it makes you grind harder, but you're not used to certain luxuries. Like in LA, they it's more finesse, right?
Right.
That's what they say. West Coast a little bit more finesse.
Right.
They got a little showboat. New York is more handle and pounding down. But Midwest is more like same. I'm sure it's like St. Louis. It's just it's almost like jail ball. Like what I'm saying? Like it's finesse, but it's more getting to it.
On the high school level.
Yeah.
On the high school level. Now, did you play varsity all 4 years? You go JV then varsity.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that you kind of. How tall are you? Like 6'4", 6'5"?
6'5", yeah.
6'5".
Yeah.
So were you 6'5" off during high school, or like did you hit a spurt and then?
Yeah. So to answer the question, I played varsity 3 years. I could have played freshman year, but it told me I didn't listen. But that ain't, if you grab my attention, if I'm good enough, saying you can structure me a sense, you know what I'm saying? But, that's circumstantial. It's opinion based.
Yeah.
But I could have played 4, but I played 3. And then what was the next question?
Now, being from Ohio,
yeah,
what made you pick Jackson State?
So another good question. I got lucky with Jackson State. Black
tax.
Yeah, I picked Jackson State because it was mainly my only option. I got some D2 looks and some JUCO looks, but they told me I was too good to go there. You know, they said it would be a waste of time or I'd be one and done or, you know, one of those things. So they didn't even want to recruit me. You know, I went on a visit, you know, hoop with the people. You know how you do the little open run, did my thing, and then they just was like, nah.
They might never heard no coach say that.
Me either.
To come here, don't come here.
Yeah, you know, I ain't.
JUCO coaches was telling you.
Yeah, JUCO was telling me, and I in Ohio at the time, it was one of the top JUCOs in the area. You know, they was winning nationals and everything, and he was just like, you shouldn't come. You know, he was like, you can. He's like, if you want to, you can come, but you ain't gonna. It's gonna be one and done. You'll be out of here.
You can ball for real?
I mean, I could. I thought, you know.
To bring you up to speed, our late host Rodney Michael, recording artist, is in the building.
What's up,
and
everybody?
this is Grant, the mobile locksmith.
How you doing?
We talking to him. We are at his high school, about to go to college career right now, bringing him up to speed. And the brother had sounds like a flourishing basketball career. Before you finish on with college, one quick question I got about high school, because I don't want to backtrack too much. How was it dealing with, you know, playing ball? You know, I'm assuming you getting offers, folks is looking at you, and doing your actual studies and keeping up with that, and all the social shit. Like, how was it dealing with all of that?
So back then, you don't know no difference, right?
Right.
So it's not a distraction. It's just normal, you know. So hooping in school was, you know, your mom tell you got to get your grades. All right, I get my grades, you know, and then you just go hoop because that's all you know.
Right.
And you know, at the time, for me, I didn't get as much attention as I wanted, right? Because I transferred my senior year. But back then, it was frowned upon. You know, you had to be in the area. You know, you can't build a team. You know what I'm saying? So the school that I went to was good, but I wouldn't have been able to go to college.
They were still in Toledo, though, right?
Yeah, it was Toledo. I just transferred schools.
Wow.
I just went to, like, I was at a mixture of school, both, you know, black and white and Latinos, everybody, and we was good, but it wasn't enough to get you to the next level. So what I did, I just transferred to a majority black school, and we did great. You know,
Which one was the bigger class?
The one I went to.
The black school.
Yeah, the black school.
High school.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was great. You know, we went undefeated, had the second best record in the school history. Should have went to states, lost in the district, but it was different. It was back then. It was difficult because you had to play a city team 3 times. You know, so in the third, they know everything.
Man, it hurt when you lose the districts. Boy.
Yeah.
With a team like that,
when did that
28
shift
and 0.
happen?
We got to, and
When did that shift happen? Because you hear about it now a lot, especially if it kind of filtered down from the pros to not so much college, but building that super team.
Yeah.
When did the shift happen in high school? Because I'm a ref right now, and I just know about certain players.
Are you seeing that? Like
right, I'm not
super
seeing
teams in high school?
I'm not. I mean, I know it's happening. But
but
you mentioned it.
Back then, I would say back then you saw it more on the AAU level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but not in high school.
Not in high school, but why? The reason, like, they try to forbid it back then because you had to be in the district. You know, a way to be. You know how people use somebody's address or whatnot.
It was serious.
Right, it was serious. So what my mom did was great. Hey, that's what you gotta do.
Y'all didn't catch that was a Vashawn reference.
I mean, you got to do that, you know, because back then the rules were so strict that if you
I had to throw it out there.
You know those schools?
I know Rashawn. I heard it now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the school I probably would have went to. You know, that's
Right.
something like the school I went to, Scott High School, straight
Yeah.
out. You know, but you know,
Sounds exactly like it.
yeah, it is.
To let you know.
No lie. Like, I'll tell you a story. I was at my first high school, and I was playing varsity. I think it was probably my sophomore year. We played the school that I eventually went to called Scott, and
This is in Toledo.
This is in Toledo, yeah.
Whoa! So you transferred from the mixed school to the black school in your senior year.
In my senior year.
No wonder your stock fell so much.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
they hated on me.
Wow.
You know, because also another thing is back then there was that book. I don't know if you know about the book that you was graded in. So there was there's a book that went around. You know how now they have the
through all the high school players in the country. Oh, heck yeah.
So there was a book out there.
Yeah.
And I was ranked in the book from like freshman, sophomore, junior year.
You know what to do.
And I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, but when I left and I transferred, they put it in the paper, you know.
Dang.
They
blew a spot.
Yeah, they killed me.
Like a mug. Yeah.
So, but I'm not the only one that transferred.
Right.
You know, so it was me, 3 other people, we all came to this one school because we all knew each other. We played AAU together, but we all had family or moved into the area and was like, let's try to make it.
Right.
We had one guy that should have been on the team, the best one out of all of us.
Yeah.
And he decided to go to prep.
Okay.
Instead, try to get that year back, because that back then that was kind of hidden, like a hidden jewel. Go to prep, stay for a year, and bounce out like that. And he did that. Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but do you think that what's the white guy that's number?
Oh, that do it now?
Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag. Yeah. Do you think he's doing that?
Yeah.
He's going to sit back like a year, wait to.
No, he just reclassified.
He went. Yeah,
he just reclassified.
He's the number one player, high school player in the league. In the year. I mean, in the country.
And he
like
going.
6'8". I've seen him play. He
Yeah, the white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Okay,
just
I heard
gonna
him.
say, when I'm assuming you played AAU ball.
Yeah.
Any names that you can say that you played against?
Yeah. So, well, I had a opportunity to play for the Greyhounds. That was OJ Mayo and Bill Walker team. I had an opportunity to play for them, but
OJ Mayo, who?
Bill Walker.
Bill Walker.
Bill Walker.
Yeah,
Bill Walker.
Bill Walker was a tag team back then.
Okay.
He was nice. He went to the Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah, Kansas State. He was nice.
Yeah, Kansas. That's why I remember Kansas.
Bill Walker played for the Celtics for a second, man.
Celtics, New York.
Obviously, a hot second.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if you don't know,
I don't know who the hell that is.
It was like he's in and out.
Right, because I know players.
No, he was not. He was nice, but I had an opportunity to try out and play for them. But the travel, my mom couldn't do it. Like from Toledo to I think it was like Columbus or Cincy, it was like 2-3 hours.
Right.
And she was like, I ain't finna drive you 3 hours for a practice. You know what I'm saying? But that was opportunity. We had Ohio Red back then too.
Who was with them?
Nate Miles was with them. The guy I mentioned before.
That, Michael Red squad.
I don't know. I can't
Was
recall.
he out of college by then?
Michael Red, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Michael Red, yeah. It might have been. So I had an opportunity to play for them, but I couldn't. So I ended up playing for Toledo Stars, which was like in a lower grade level with Jimmy Jackson and Todd Mitchell's team.
Okay, yeah.
So I played with them, and it was cool. It was really no development in a sense because we was just the bum squad in a sense.
I feel like that's AAU as a whole.
Yeah.
Like AAU does not really develop players like
not
they used
true
to.
at all.
Man,
completely untrue.
they develop players now.
They've
still
been developing players.
It depends on who you are and where you at.
Right.
Yeah.
So how's locally the Jason Tatum team? How are they doing as far as developing players? Because I've heard some mixed messages.
Yeah.
I didn't learn.
I haven't seen his squad. I know as far as Brad with the Brad Bill Elite. When he bought the Eagles.
Yeah.
I know just from seeing guys' progress.
Yeah.
And just when for instance, a couple of years ago, I'm at home on a Saturday. It's like 9 guys from St. Louis on different D1 games. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, in different time slots. So it's like
that's good.
Guys are being developed. Just you have that bad rap from the media. Because if you be around AAU on an everyday basis, you notice it's different levels.
There is,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's completely different levels.
Yeah.
It's like you got the EYBL level, which is damn near pro.
Yeah.
Guys, but when guys are that good and that elite, they have to be playing at a level like that.
Right.
And you have regular AAU level, which is where I was at. But when you go to nationals, you see like this is what you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have
2 different courts,
everybody at 6'4" on up.
Hang it up.
Man,
I went to
everybody got to be 6'4" and up. When you playing Division I AAU basketball, even Division II AAU ball, you have to have everybody got to have.
Coach, I get that. My only thing is, we got guys with height, but are they just running up and down the court, or are they being taught plays? Like, are they learning?
You got to look at the games.
That's
you
my
got to
question.
look.
Because what I saw with AAU when my son was playing it was a lot of running up and down the court, but it wasn't that level you talking about. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. When you get the better the talent is, the better games you're gonna see. It's just that point blank.
But you can still teach kids at 6, 7, 8, 10 years old. Teach them the game, not just give them a ball and let them run. And Rodney Michael know this from reffing. Like you see the difference.
You know
what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying,
I know you see the difference.
The words I'm saying,
no matter what the age is,
equals 8 years old as well. Even on an 8-year-old level,
right?
When you traveling,
you're
gonna get stomped if it's a bunch of 8-year-old teams that are nice, very nice.
No doubt.
Guys start getting ranked at like 9 and 10 years old.
8
Guys
years
start
old
getting ranked.
Talking big trash.
Because they know how they see from guys who are his age how they got to play.
Right.
Right.
You got to be
But
But
exposed
you
to
spend
it.
all
Running
day,
that
all
program.
weekend at tournaments,
Yeah.
and you looking at the older kids, and you seeing how they going.
Yeah, you're gonna do
the-
that. You're gonna duplicate
The,
that.
Right.
Yeah.
the guys who are the better guys at the younger level, they grasp that and they understand that.
Yeah.
Now the regular old guys, all they seeing is just guys running up
Running
and down
there,
the court.
right. You have to grasp it though. That's the thing.
Right, you got to grasp it.
'Cause
And
if
you're right, and you 100% correct. Let me bring it back to the guest. So you end up at Jackson State.
Yeah.
HBCU, we love it. Major
Yeah.
shout out to shit. We
Boom,
did.
boom, boom.
You know,
Sonic Boom. Shout out
For real,
Jackson
like, all
State.
day.
D1 basketball.
How long were you there?
I was there for 5 years. Should have been 4.
Okay.
But it was 5.
Graduate?
Yeah, of course.
Oh shit! What the
What you
fuck?
major in?
Yeah.
What the
I majored in recreation administration.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
smart.
up,
Always
man?
have employment.
Yeah.
I like that.
Congratulations,
I
bro.
appreciate it.
Somebody who didn't major in business or business administration or marketing.
So do you still hoop now?
Nah, actually I can't.
What
got hurt.
Oh, before we go there. Oh God, that's a big story.
I want to jump in.
You good? Okay. Tell us a quick. How was Jackson State? Just 5 years.
Jackson State was great.
Okay.
I was
How's the ladies?
the ladies was cool. The ladies was cool, man. I mean, you gotta understand when you 18 and you go all the way south. You know, like ain't no more south than that unless you
Right.
go into Texas and ain't nothing down there, but
Yeah.
Mexico.
And then Southern chicks.
Yeah.
Hey, I told my cousin, my brother, this long time ago. What saved me in college was staying in St. Louis, because I know if I'd have went south, I'd probably have about 10 kids right
All
now.
types of stupid babies.
All
Yeah,
kinds,
yeah.
just floating all
Nah,
around.
it was
Yeah,
a party.
buddy, I feel you.
It was
I feel you.
it was a party. I ain't gonna lie, but
Right.
if you got a goal, a real goal, you ain't nothing really gonna slide.
You gonna be focused.
You gonna be
Yeah.
focused.
Difference between the HBCU and the PWI in your eyes. Since
What's
you-
Okay.
since you
Predominantly
predominantly
White.
So the difference,
I never heard that term PWI.
That's the politically correct.
so it depends. It depends on what you want to see. The difference is it could be money, it could be opportunity, it could be the honor in which you're there. When you playing for, like, if you go to a Kansas, you feel more like honor to play for Kansas than Jackson State. No disrespect, but if I went to Kansas, I'm thinking about Wilt.
Exactly.
But I went to Jackson
Origination
State.
of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about Lindsay, which is
watch
cool. Lindsay is great, but
Springfield, Mass.
it's a difference between
Did not
Lindsay
start
and
in
Wilt.
Lawrence, Kansas.
So the difference is a lot.
get back to
But Jackson State was great. I really enjoyed it.
So, who was your coach there?
At the time, it was Tavester Anderson.
Sylvester Anderson.
Tavester.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
that's what's up.
Murray
how long,
State.
How long he came from? Murray State.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is he? Where's he at now?
He's somewhere playing golf.
Okay.
I'm
right.
so glad I waited.
Okay. Right. Well, you would have spit that
Yeah,
up.
he's out.
How was his how was
Fuck
his
basketball.
right? How was
He
how
done.
was his tutelage as a coach?
It was great. I think the age of which he was coaching might have been to the point where it was too much to handle one-on-one, like as much hands-on as you can, because, we're aggressive at 18, and if you 60, 70, you just, your energy level is kind of low.
What was the staff like?
The staff was cool. So we had a great staff at the time. We had an assistant coach named Eric Struthers. He was basically the head coach at the time, but he's now at Tougaloo, he just won a championship down there. We had another coach named Anthony Boone. He played for Auburn. I think he's a Hall of Famer in Auburn. So he's
That's a good staff then.
he was great. Like, he was the one who saw the big picture and saw how to develop. It's just, it probably just didn't work out between them money wise, and then he had to go somewhere else, and I think he's in Arizona now doing something great.
Okay.
Yeah, he was good.
And you mentioned something that was important, and me and several people have this argument a lot. It does depend on the staff,
Yeah.
and it depends on if they're able.
If they know,
If they know.
they have to know.
And that's why I'm going to ask you this, because you played D1.
Yeah.
And I don't want to create no controversy, but do you think a woman would have been able to handle you guys?
It depends on how good she was.
How good she was?
Yeah,
Say it
'cause-
was like Dawn Staley or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh,
Dawn
yeah.
Staley.
We respect that.
See, that's the top of the line.
Yeah.
So, say if it's another
That's an
lady. that
easy
has-
answer right
yeah.
there,
I
right?
mean, Cynthia Cooper was coaching in the SWAC for a minute,
Yeah, I know
you know,
Cynthia
and she
Cooper
was
was.
doing her thing. But, with hoopers, we all compare. right?
Of course.
If you coach, okay, you can coach it. But if I don't think you know what you're talking about, show me that you're better than me.
Right.
You know, and if you can't beat me, man, I'm not listening to you.
Word.
I've
You
seen
know?
that in some of the high school games that I've done. Most of them, I started off with freshmen. I'm still doing
Yeah.
kind of freshman games because I like that. And I see some women coaches, and I see some players that be like, man,
Yeah.
bitch don't know what she talking.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's disrespectful or
It's disrespectful.
It could be disrespectful, but then you got to
But it's
think
in
about.
the
much
realms
so.
of the game.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
like,
he
come on
probably they
now.
probably only thinking about it as a coach, but obviously when you say the bitch, you know, you
Yeah,
know that's
yeah.
a woman. But
Yeah.
I would say,
No, I'm just saying that's the look he said. I'm not saying
yeah.
that's
Oh,
what he
okay,
said. He
okay,
just-
okay.
like how
Like
you
you
were
should
saying.
have a huddle, and it's
Yeah.
like one cat that's like,
But you would
You
think
know.
you would think like I think the only you have to really convince a kid who wants it
Tell
that you know what you're talking
you're
about.
talking- and I agree
You
with that,
really
yeah.
got to convince them. Like
Right,
it's either with actions, what you've done in the past, what you can do now, or you tell me a play and it works.
that's
Right.
That's
I was
You
just
know?
gonna say that.
That's a good
If
answer.
you got to play and you explain it,
Yeah.
because that's one thing that I always made sure we did in practice. Like when we running something and the players do it incorrectly, you have to stop right then.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Tell everybody, don't move.
Yeah.
Stay in the spot you in right
Stay
now.
in that position. Yes, sir.
Explain why what the play was, what you're supposed to be doing, your responsibilities.
Yeah.
Then the players can,
Yeah, you catch
they can
it.
see that they being taught. Because
Yeah.
all players want to be taught
Yeah.
the correct
Exactly.
way.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't coming to me crazy, like you said, man, I'm gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
Just
You
make
show
sure
me.
this play works.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be out here looking stupid.
I don't see any
You know,
proof that it's
yeah.
working. Then I'm gonna
Yeah,
give you
because
this
you don't
look.
have to be,
You know what I mean?
super athletic or to have to play the game.
Nah,
as
it's
long as your
proven.
players know that you care about me,
Yeah.
and they know that you care about the game, and like you say, that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You just got to convince me because,
Right.
I mean,
a good answer. I like
it's a lot of.
And that's man or woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's the
not
same-
trying to make it
Yeah.
sexist. I'm just saying.
No, we know.
I would
Rob, we
think.
know. You ain't got to explain. Yeah, you
But you
it's
know-
harder for a woman to coach.
I
to
will.
coach-
That's
to
what I
coach
was about
men.
to mention.
It's
Yeah.
very
But
hard
I-
for a woman
but
to
I
coach
would-
men.
I think if men have a problem
It's very
thinking that a
hard.
woman can teach them, and,
Thank you.
and that's the silliness.
Especially
Yeah.
like you say, when you coming from that Hoopers mentality.
Yeah.
about it. What
That-
you know?
That's the first thing that, like you
First
said,
of all,
like
you
you said,
can't-
my
you can't
mind go
out-hoop me.
to
Yeah.
right.
That's
Yeah,
the thing. You
what's
cannot
up?
hoop me.
You
so
can't
how you
even
gonna teach
beat
me
me.
something?
Yeah. And so, but you gotta understand, like a true hooper is hooping from emotion. It's all heart. Ain't no technique. Like the technique that I learned is just a polish over the heart that I'm,
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting
Word.
out there. So
Word.
if you correcting me, you better come correct.
Right.
Because this is all natural.
Right.
You know, like for instance, like a ant building a ant mine.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I
they,
thought you were talking about Ant with Minnesota.
Oh no, just
Ant-Man.
just ants. You know, like
God, I like
they
that.
they building an ant farm, right?
Yeah.
Naturally, they just do it instinctively.
Yeah. That's a hooper.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. It's distinct.
Preach.
Like, and
Oh,
if you
good call.
can't,
Good
if
call.
you
Yeah.
if the queen ant comes and tells them to do something different, they gon'
They're gonna be like, what the?
yeah, like this
Yeah.
is
This
natural.
ain't
This
how
is what
we
I'm
do
doing,
it.
right? I can't
Word.
just stop what I'm doing unless
Yeah.
you really convince me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Have this
Yeah.
worked before?
Right.
Have you done this before?
Right,
Yeah.
and but
I
that's
agree.
why
I
that's
agree.
why the good coaches that people they love their coaches is because they didn't show them that it works.
Right.
Either from past
Right.
or
right
present.
now.
Right now, like
Yeah.
they drew up a play. You heard
Yeah.
somebody, oh, he drew up a play and it worked.
Right.
You know, that's why they fool with LeBron.
Who's your favorite coach of all time,
Personally or just watching?
personally and just watching?
Both of them. You Steve
It's a good
Kerr.
question. That's a good question. So personally, I couldn't say I have a favorite coach, right?
Okay.
Because I don't think I got to the level where the coach was at my level or where I was trying to go. You know what I'm saying?
So, how about someone you watched then?
So obviously, I respect, Coach K, right? I respect.
That's a horrible answer.
I respect Jim Boeheim.
I'm not
Right.
gonna sugarcoat
Good
it.
friend, Coach K, 1,000 wins. Come on now.
Yeah, but it's proven, and you see his people
Yeah.
talk
And you
about
know
him.
who shut down his career? UNC. I love that. UNC
But
shut that
he,
motherfucker down.
if he wanted to, he could have stopped 10 years ago on
Yeah.
top,
Oh,
5
yeah.
years
Still
ago.
been He did it
for the
and
clout.
never,
Yeah,
yeah,
he did it for the clout.
He did it for heart.
So
I think he did it 'cause
you
of
more of
love,
a college
man.
fan or a pro fan?
Pro.
Pro. What's your
Yeah.
squad?
I don't have a squad. I don't know. Like, I never had a favorite player, never had a person I wanted to emulate. I just wanted to be me. But I like watching
Golden
talent.
State.
Yeah.
I just like good people,
Yeah, just roll with the Celtics.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick question before
Yeah.
we get to like just random, because Damon just loves to just throw random questions that don't make no motherfucking sense. He
Coach,
don't go
good to
with
see you,
shit.
Coach.
He'll just throw shit at you. Before we get to that part of it, and you're the perfect person to ask this question to, and I want your for real, straight up answer, no judgment. I may have judgment in my brain, but no judgment. Straight up answer. What do you think about how Dion did your school?
I don't think he did nothing wrong.
Wow, you
Thank
cool
you.
with it all the way, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't have no problem with it.
because I look at it like this, right? Dion, only thing he did was bring more attention to the school, right? Which we need because there's a lot of things going on under the scenes that they ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying?
He brought money there, yeah.
He brought money in. He brought attention. He brought fanfare back. Because Jackson State is nothing but football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what he did was great.
So wait, so the basketball program don't get love like that?
Not
Where
the
you
football
been
team.
at?
Not
I'm
like-
asking
but you
a
have to
question.
be good.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my team was good when
Yeah.
I was there, and we got a lot of attention. We got some love.
Okay.
How
But
long ago was that?
I was there from 06 to 2010.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's
So
12, 15 years.
yeah,
And
years
I guess
ago.
it's in most schools, if your program ain't isn't that good or ain't shit, you're not gonna get the attention.
Right.
But like what I'm saying by that is, I know this is the United States of America. I know football programs dominate the finances for schools. I get that. But like what I'm saying is, did they allocate money for y'all? Being in the basketball program.
Yeah, I mean, only way you do that is by going and getting smacked by these big schools, right?
And that's that bullshit.
Yeah, but you get to test yourself to see who really is
Right.
good.
Right.
And you see the other team how sucks the players is.
Yeah.
Because like I played against Kansas.
That's a good call.
And Sharon Collins was the man at the time. The Twins was there.
I remember the Twins.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Twins. They was like freshman year.
Yeah.
And I hit them for 19. We lost probably by like 20, something like that. But I led the whole thing,
Nice.
And Rashad was like, "Yo, you nice." You know what I'm saying? Like, but hearing a top player say that, like, you
It
good,
boosts you. Yeah.
because it's true. I know I'm good, but
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I could have transferred, but back then you can't transfer without sitting out a year.
Yeah.
So why would I
Yeah.
waste my time? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Yeah.
I'll go there and then sit out a year, and then they might recruit somebody over me,
Exactly.
and then
There
I'm
you go.
stuck.
Exactly.
So I
Yeah.
might as well stay where I'm at and do what I'm gonna do.
Okay. But why do you think, just to bring it back to Dion,
Yeah.
and we'll move forward past that, why do you not have a problem with what he did?
Okay, so I think
He just said it.
no. So when so Dion, I don't have a problem with it because it's a business at the end of the day, and what he did was a business move. Because you think about it, his name now is associated with Jackson State forever.
Yeah.
He's the first one and only one to go from a HBCU to go to a PWI, right? But now he opened the door.
Yeah.
So now it's because the coach from Grambling, who was winning all them championships, ain't getting no love. Why? Because he wasn't Dion in
Yeah.
a sense,
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So now Dion and open it up. So
Yeah.
now they're going to give it a little bit more chances for HBCU coaches who's doing well to possibly move into a coach staff at PWI because it's all about money.
True that, but don't you think he could have been better served? It's not like he left Jackson State for Alabama,
Yeah.
or the Crimson Tide, or Florida,
Yeah.
or the U. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
did not leave Jackson State for a top-notch college football. He left for Colorado,
Right.
a team that hasn't been good since the '90s. Since I was in high school, I graduated in '97.
Since your boy.
So, I mean, so it's like they haven't been good in a good 25 years.
Yeah.
You leave Jackson State for that. To me, I thought you could build more there. Yeah, you
He
won.
coulda.
You won your SWAC. You won this, but you could build more. One of your sons didn't even want to leave
Yeah.
because he liked what he was at home.
Yeah, it's a family
But you
thing.
left that to go help the white man and for them to be more successful.
Yeah.
When you could have kept that in house.
So
Asians don't do that.
no,
Jewish people don't do that.
no.
I don't think he
Native
left to help-
Americans don't
help
even do
them.
that because they got their own schools too.
That was more to build his coaching career and coaching
But
resume.
you're
He
coaching.
could do
That's
both.
a good point.
I
I
would
would
hear
say
that,
Now,
but
I know what you're saying, but it's like, okay, I understand about the pride and everything at Jackson State,
Building up your
and
own.
you're building that. But when you are trying to actually have a further stated goal, maybe obviously his goal
Is NFL.
is not to end in
Right.
that's his goal.
HBCU.
HBCU or college football.
Yeah.
Or it may be college football. You never know.
I bet you it's NFL.
But he said
Actually, I believe he's more suited for college football
Yeah.
instead of the NFL because he's more of a teacher. He's
And-
way more of a teacher and a
Especially now,
mentor.
like,
but
eight toes
also
down.
I would say this: when you're that talented, you can only coach that talented type of kids.
Right.
You're not going to get the top level of talent coming all the way to Jackson
Colorado
State.
ain't either.
But he's
Colorado.
not going to
The
stay
Big Ten
there.
is though.
He's not gonna. I don't think. I don't.
Big
He ain't
12.
coaching the whole Big Ten.
I don't think he's gonna stay at Colorado either. I think
Hell
he's
no, he ain't.
no. He's gonna build the school up.
Yeah.
What he does, right? He probably stay there 2 years, 3 years,
Yeah.
and then he'll probably go to another school because one of these PWI coaches is gonna mess up again, just like they did just now.
Yeah.
And he'll slide right in. Yeah.
Shout out Northwestern.
You know what, and you know what, Coach, you make a great point. Grant, you make a great point. Rod, I think you were kind of on both sides.
Yeah, I
Where are
actually
you at
don't-
with that?
I understand the business aspect of it, and I do. I'm a historian, so I think the history is important.
Right.
Him being a forerunner is important, and he did that. And if his initial goal was to not be in the HBCU, and he's already been given a doorway to that, then yeah, I'm fine with him walking through that doorway. You've already opened up the door for others to do what you've done.
Yeah.
And he did that successfully.
I
so
mean,
it's ready to go on.
not really. I
The
don't
door,
think he's
the door needs to be open more for the PWI black coach than it does for the HBW.
Yeah, and he's done that.
HBCW.
He's opened.
I mean,
Actually,
CU.
yeah, he's opened up 2 doors.
What
you gotta-
doors is he open?
You got to think about how many black head coaches in D1 football,
Yeah.
It's a lot.
and then think,
Head coaches?
yeah, head
ain't-
coaches.
Oh, not a head
Ain't
coach.
that
Not a head
many at
coach.
all.
Yeah,
That's
not
what,
that
that's
many
what I'm
head
saying. It's
coaches.
not that many.
Right.
And
But look
He's
at how
increased
many
that number.
look at how many D1 black football players.
Yeah.
So when you can become a Power 5 D1 coach as a black man, yeah, that's opening doors.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're right to a certain extent. It's opening doors for him. But when I see that,
No, it's opening doors for others.
When I
It's
see a
50-50.
Grambling State coach be able to make that move, go from the HBCU to a PWI, then I'll say that.
He would have to do a little bit more.
When I see somebody from Bethune-Cookman and they able to make that move, I'll go ahead and do that. Who is that? Reggie Theus is the AD down there. He's catching hell because he's running that their athletic program into the fucking ground. All I know is when I see more people making that move, I'll say he opened up doors. Right now, the only door he opened up was
It's his
Deion's
own.
door.
Yeah,
just
that's
one-
just
wait,
true.
wait, wait.
What were you expecting to see?
It's
No,
just 1 year old.
what I would-
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you're right. It's only 1 year. He's the first
Yeah,
one.
that's what I'm saying,
But
first
again,
year.
when
I would
you-
give it 5 years. You can see.
when y'all use the phrase "opening up doors," I would like to see more people go through those doors besides just him.
Yeah,
Okay,
watch
but you
it.
got to
5 years
understand.
now.
You got to
Yeah,
understand.
I
How are
think
those
5 years
people?
we'll see more.
How are those people going to get a chance to go through those doors? Only if what happens? If Mr. Sanders, Coach Sanders, is successful.
He's got to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
You gotta
that's
win.
what they're
If he
waiting
don't win, they
on.
don't
That's
get
what
fucked.
we're going to see.
And
After
See, and the
this
killing
year-
part,
this
the killing
year-
part about
is
all
the
of it
winner.
is they want him to fail.
Yeah.
Cool.
and
No
that's the thing.
shit.
But see, that's the
So-
thing, though. Like, that's the thing. If he was a regular person, his chances of failing would be a
He
lot
wouldn't
higher.
get the job. If he
But
was
if he
not
did,
Deion
but
Sanders,
if
he
he,
wouldn't even get the
that
opportunity.
is true. But that's true. But even if he did get the opportunity as a regular person, because he was a great coach beforehand, it still would be hard for that person to win because he can't bring in people. Deion
Deion
can bring in people.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
Any kind of people.
He-
not just
he's
the
gonna
players.
win.
He
Especially
can bring in
D-backs.
media. He can bring in notoriety. He
exactly,
can bring in
and what
sponsors.
he
Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
what he says matters. He knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then the great thing about it is the next place he goes, he's bringing coaches with him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's opening the door because if he
And
leaves
they're
Colorado,
getting
right, he's gonna recommend somebody.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, okay, we're gonna take that
They may
offer.
look at him, but
yeah.
that don't mean they're gonna hire him.
But
Yeah.
he can put it in his contract.
Yeah.
I can name my successor because if you want the success as what I'm doing,
You got to
keep my program going.
Yeah.
And this is who's gonna be.
But that's something he has to already have in his contract. Do I get to name my successor? Because how often do we see that in college sports? It doesn't happen now.
Well, we don't know.
only happens
We
with-
don't
You know what
know.
I'm saying? I know it happened with
The
your
term
boy
I
Coach
just
K and
learned,
Duke.
the PWI.
Exactly.
You got
so-
to look
but-
at the program that he's going to as well.
Yeah.
Y'all can't really
They can't-
determine much. You're coming off one win.
He, I tell you what,
Two wins, and
His-
I've already doubled.
his
Yeah.
number one goal is to go to the NFL. He said as much. He really was pissed off that he had to take the Jackson
I haven't
State
seen him say
HBCU.
think
He said it. I heard him say
he
this.
said it on the
He thought
Shannon Sharp show.
he-
He said it on the
Shay Shay, Club
Yeah.
Shay Shay.
Yeah,
I
Club
saw
Shay
that
Shay.
He thought he should have
Yeah.
been able to jump the line like a lot of pro
Oh,
athletes
okay.
able to do
Yeah.
and go right to
Right
the
to the
NFL. He
pros.
was
He
pissed
did
off
say
that he
that.
had to even go to Jackson State. That is his goal to go to the NFL. But I get it. I want to bring it back to Grant. So Grant, you do your 5 years at J State. You love it. I love your opinion on Deion. I don't agree with it, but I love it because you're keeping it real. What is it? What's their mug? So then after Jackson State, what are you doing then?
So basketball career kind of ended.
Okay.
Right. So I had to get into the real world, and that wasn't easy. You
Yeah.
know.
What
'cause-
happened?
Well, I got hurt. My junior year, going into my senior year, had a ankle ending injury.
Oh.
And it was one of those injuries
Grant
that
Hill, like
damn near. And you know,
Well,
it's
Grant was able to come back.
but yeah,
like 10
after
years.
yeah.
Did he really come back?
Yeah, but you know, and that was actually one
He was in the
person.
league,
I know I
man.
said before I didn't really look up to nobody, but Grant Hill was really the only person I kind of looked up to because he was named Grant,
Right.
You know, and he
Right.
hooped. So
Yeah.
that was the only person I kind of was like, you
Yeah.
know, like I know I could do it because I see him do it.
Yeah.
But sucks I had the same type of future. You know, the
Give me
outcome.
Grant Hill vibes too.
Yeah, I
mean,
appreciate it.
Your build gives
Yeah.
me Grant Hill vibes prior to the injury. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
yeah.
so is that why when Rodney Michael asked you earlier, you can't even like do pickup ball now?
No, because it was one thing after another. So long story short, AAU, I'm in Vegas and we go stupid. I go and buy some Jordans, you know, some low cuts. I want to hoop in the Jordans, right?
Oh fuck.
So I hoop and I go for, and you know, this is one of those things you remember.
Yeah.
Like I should have passed the ball, right? But I faked it, went for a layup and shorted it, right? Front rimmed it. So I had a quick jump, boom, grabbed it, came down to my ankle. And they thought it was a high ankle sprain, but it was a small line fracture. Nobody could see it. So I continued playing and getting better and better as the ankle wasn't stable. Yeah. So it got to the point where, you know, everything's on the table. You know, when you say you all in, I'm junior year, I'm getting scouted, I'm on the pre-draft, you know, like everything going, supposed to be the player of the year, everything coming to the next year. I go into a open run with the team.
What year is this?
My junior year, going into my senior year
At
Jackson State.
Right.
I go up for a dunk, come down soft, right? But I can't walk afterwards. Crazy. Go to the doctor. They tell me my ankle been broke. No cartilage, ligaments tore, everything gone.
How did you feel like when you walking around? Like
I mean, I had pain, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
you thought it was regular.
Yeah, nobody, you know, and it's crazy because the trainers at the time, I had bone spurs moving around. They would move my bone spurs so they could tape my ankle. I didn't know,
Oh
you know. But
damn.
This is worse than that movie I saw. With
Damn.
The Man Called Otto. I almost started crying in that movie.
Talking about that Tom Hanks joint?
Yeah,
Tom Hanks.
You about to make me cry.
They moved your They moved your ankle spurs just so they could tape your ankle good so you could hoop that day.
Yeah.
And this was at J State.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you wanted Dion to stay at Jackson State.
Yeah, I did. I did.
but
It's
it's
and
not.
don't act like that shit don't go on at Colorado on their basketball team. Don't act like that shit don't go on
What would they have in that Colorado?
At Notre Dame.
It's on Monday. He would
Don't
say, "I
act
got
like-
a little pain in my
Don't
ankle."
act
They
like
would've been
that shit
"Get
don't
your
happen
ass
at
in here,
Syracuse."
and we gonna do an X-ray on your ankle.
Shit.
Yeah.
They would have seen if they would have had any.
And then guess what?
inclination.
They would have done that at Colorado, and guess what? You would have lost your scholarship.
So did
That's how that went.
anybody do any X-rays? Or
Jesus.
anything? Do you recall?
Nah, like
Not till after the fact.
nah, yeah. Because when you,
I mean, like when it first.
when you're the one that matters, I'm not saying I'm the one that really just mattered, but I was the number one person on the team. They bypass a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they need you.
Jesus.
You know. So and and as a person, I need it too.
Yeah.
I want to hoop. I have no other conscience.
Right.
Like I don't know nothing else.
Right.
So they'll tell you play through the pain. You know, here's an ibuprofen. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm popping ibuprofens. I'm hooping. You know, like I'm not 100%. I can't even really jump off my
drugging
right
the shit
foot.
out you.
Yeah. I can't even do. I can do a left hand layup, but I'm supposed to be banging that thing, and I
Yeah.
really can't even jump off my right foot. You know. So I come down. It's done. I go to the doctor. I'm thinking, you know, it's nothing. You know, you know, I'm a kid.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
it's like, nah, you might not play again. Wow. It's crazy.
Wow.
Man, what was that? What was your initial thought and feeling like when they tell you that?
It didn't hit me until
I know, man.
That shit is
I
fucked
feel you,
up.
bro. I feel you.
I feel him. I feel him on that, yo.
Yeah.
Because
You love hooping. Like
I'm sad just listening to it, dude. I'm like, God damn.
Take your time, G. I get it.
it didn't hit me for a minute. You know.
Yeah.
Damn, especially as much as you love ball and you think about it. I remember I was a track guy. I remember my first injury, and I went to a small school. I was a mobile, and when they told me I had knee spurs, I was like you. I was like, man, I can still practice. It ain't that bad. And I thank God that my coach was like, no, you sit down, you let that shit heal.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You know, and I was able to continue my career. But to know if I was to hear back then at 19, 20 that you would never be able to jump again,
Never.
that shit would have fucked me up.
But I had to
dog.
come back the next year.
Damn.
I had everything already on the line. You know.
So what you do? You came back and
I had to but the injury was so severe. Like I had baby cartilage put in. They took my ligaments down. You know, I'm in a boot. Like it was crazy.
Damn.
I didn't even get to really watch that year that they hooped.
Can
And
we move on?
No. We almost done.
they did great. They won the championship and everything. Like the team that we would have did great.
Yeah.
Tournament, all that. You know,
Yeah.
everything would have been lined up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I didn't know. It didn't hit me until later. You know, because I'm strong. I can do it. I came back the next year and hooped, and I wasn't the same.
Yeah.
I still had an agent. I still had the opportunity to play overseas, but it wasn't the same. Like all my stuff just went down the drain. So I had to take it as what it was. It took me like 10 years to really get over it. You know.
I was gonna say, did you ever go to therapy?
I ain't got money like that.
You never had money to go to therapy?
To go to therapy?
dog? You
Man,
never had money. You
I ain't
never
had nothing.
I'm just talking about over the years since then.
I mean, I tried, but it's nah.
Or one thing I would suggest, because you obviously have a love for the game, and I always tell people, if you got a love for the game and you an intelligent brother, get into coaching.
I tried. I can't. It's hard for me to coach what I truly love, because at one point in time, it's gonna be about money, you know, and then your decision making. Because I know I could coach, and I know I will do well, and I know I will get opportunities. And when I get those opportunities, your judgment gets swayed, because now you're dealing with alumni, you're dealing with faculty.
Oh, no, just keep it on the kid level.
Yeah,
Okay, on the
Keep
kid
it on-
okay,
keep it
even on kid level. On the
Yeah,
kid
on the
level,
Kid level.
Yeah.
I did coach, and I loved it, but I gotta make money too,
I understand.
Right.
you know.
Right.
So I told myself, if I coach, it'll be later when I got
Yeah.
money.
Okay.
Just understand.
Because I mean, Coach makes a great suggestion to you, G. Because like you said, you're intelligent. You still got a love for the game. You know, don't think that you could do it and still do your job like a part-time play. Because there are so many kids out here that need a mentor, that need someone to teach them this game, and need to teach them the fundamentals, and someone that actually loves the game and wants to see them do well.
Yeah.
I think that could be you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, I want to. My mom was a coach. You know,
Yeah.
like it's in me to do
What's
it.
she coach?
She coached at Toledo. Well, that's why we was there. Toledo Rockets.
What
was
did she coach?
Track coach.
Oh,
Yeah, she was a track coach. She
that's dope.
she
Glad I
went.
asked.
Yeah, mom was straight. She went to
Yeah.
Kansas State. She's a legend out there. You know.
Okay.
So you know we got it. We got the genes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she coached. So I would coach and I want to. I just
need refs
do
too,
it
bro?
later.
It
But I
help-
can't run.
Right.
You got any kids?
Oh, that's right.
Nah, I can't. I ain't got no
Okay.
kids.
It helps you. It helps train you as a man and as a father.
Yeah,
It really do.
yeah.
Especially if you have kids or no kids.
Yeah. I mean, I love kids. You know, people tell me all the time I'll be a great father, you know, and I'll do great at coaching and stuff.
Right.
I just don't want to be swayed by money,
understand.
you
Right.
know?
I understand.
Like,
And I don't mean to cut you off, but
Yeah.
we run out of time. I don't think you will be, because it seems like, you know what I'm saying, you got a good heart. You know what I mean? So I don't think money will get in the way. The first thing you need to do, though, is get out there and see if you actually like it. Get out there with them kids.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, you said it took you 10 years to get over that, which I 1,000% understand. How did we get to Grant the Mobile Locksmith? Like, how did we get to that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
so after hooping, I had to figure out what else I like.
Yeah.
You know, I got to figure out who I really am, you know? So I came to St. Louis, me and my wife, and I was searching. I had to figure out jobs, you know?
When did you get here?
10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is all
Wow.
in the same stuff. So
Yeah.
10 years ago, I did a lot of jobs. You know, I first came here, it was like at Finish Master, and then from Finish Master, I went to being an appraiser, like car appraiser, and then from there I did like car insurance, and then from there I did like car warranties, sales,
Okay.
and then from there I went to Don Brown selling cars, and then
Yeah.
from there I went to Enterprise.
You don't believe in unemployment.
Nah, I
At
can't.
all.
You was
Yeah.
at Don Brown. I was
Yeah.
a client of Don Brown for 12 years.
So I might have seen you there. Yeah, I might have seen you there for the
familiar,
short,
bro.
yeah.
Right, right.
The short stint I was there. I
Malibu
might
and
have.
Impala. I've been getting. I got 3 Malibus from there, and I got the Impala.
You don't remember your salesman. That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
it probably wasn't me. It was probably the lady.
It was a lady, but it was a black guy that helped me sign it out. Sign everything out when we went through the loan. And
Yeah,
everything.
in the back.
That's what's up.
I know you're talking
Yeah,
about.
What else you
Yeah.
do?
That guy.
So from Enterprise, I did start doing the locksmith, and I had a person at the time.
Why locksmith though?
You know, I don't know. I had to come
Hey, I
to.
lost my keys before. Though.
It happens.
Yeah.
I
But-
paid a mobile locksmith over $200 in April.
Yeah, hey,
Yes,
it happens.
I know.
But I
What you
I
need
look
this do?
I look at it
So
like
that's me. I gave you a number.
I can't really plan stuff no more, you know. So I take it as what it is. So that was an opportunity to kind of, because enterprise teaches you how to kind of build a business if you pay
Okay.
attention, you know.
Yeah.
So from there, I was kind of already groomed and had the mindset. So when I went into the mobile locksmith stuff, I was like, well, I might as well just try it, you know, depend on myself in a sense and see if I can grow something. It's my wife's, you know, idea. So I was like, okay, you know, I wasn't for it, but I went for it.
So it's wifey's idea for the
Yeah, I ain't
locksmith?
gonna lie. Yeah, it was her stuff. You
Okay.
know? I didn't come up with it because I didn't even know.
Yeah.
You know, like
Married.
I ain't know. I've been married 10 years.
See, that's what's up.
Congratulations,
It
John.
takes a
Thank
good woman because
Congratulations.
my wife, I wasn't able to do none of my music with any of my previous wives. I've been married 3 times.
Yeah.
This one is the one that allowed me to be able to work on my music. And
dope.
I understand with the
dope.
coaching as well, because when you have any craft, if you're good at it and you want to impart that in 2 people,
Yeah.
one of the hurdles to get over is to recognize that they aren't at the same spot or level that you're at.
Right.
I could never get that. I couldn't teach any of my kids how to play the piano.
Yeah.
I would get frustrated, like, what are you doing? That's middle C.
Yeah.
Stop. You know, so I
Yeah.
can imagine basketball. You're like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? That's a double. You're
Yeah.
supposed to come up here and screen. What are you doing?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, I would not be that kind of coach. So I just used my craft to just kind of build myself up and use that to help them.
Yeah.
But I couldn't teach them in that. So
You
I
showed them
get
though.
that.
You
Yeah,
you
I
showed
can
them.
show
So
them what
that's
they can do.
That's
Yeah.
teaching them too. It's 2
In a
different
sense,
forms.
yeah.
Yeah, because
You're right,
it's
you're right.
visual and then it's physical.
Yeah.
You know, visual is what we all use.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
even if we learn the craft or not, I
Right.
see it.
So my initial statement, I go back to your wife is really in your corner. She sees you and she noticed that this is what you wanted to do, and that's what my wife is. She was like, "Look, I know you want to do this. I got your back. Go ahead and do it."
Yeah.
So that's the kind of woman that we all want.
Yeah. No, you need that support. You know, even when you don't know if you want it or
Don't know,
not.
that's
Yeah. So I've been doing it for the last 3 years, and it's been cool. I'm now getting to the point where I can be confident and really be on myself, be on my own. Right now, I work through the emergency service. You know, so if you happen to call one of those lines, you might run into me. You know what I'm saying? But
Tell these people where they can find you, bro. 'Cause
Yeah.
y'all need. I'm gonna tell you like this again. This is self. I forget what the word is or the phrase is, but I use this man, and he was great for me. He was fast. He was in and out. I mean, this cat, he gave me, you want an electric lock, you want this type of lock. I was just like, I don't know, bro. Just give me a lock. My man got.
is the word you're looking for.
Okay, you can't mumble on the show. What's up, huh? What?
Self-promotion is the word you're looking for.
Straight Cannabis. I didn't hear shit he said. Yeah, right. He had a motion joint. He had a motion locksmith. He had all that. So this brother is very sophisticated, very up to date. He's top of the art type shit. Where can we find you?
yeah,
Grant?
just hit me up, G's Lock and Keys, 314-496-4466. That's G's, G''S, Lock and Keys. The website is coming up soon. I will
what's
be
up.
back to promote that, you know.
That, yes, you will.
Who's working on it?
So I have RTI. It's a
Yeah, I've heard of RTI.
they're a group. I can't remember where they're out of, but they do great work.
Okay.
So if you need them, look them up. RTI. They do accounting, they do books, they do website designs, logos. They'll get you in there. They do SEOs, anything, any type of promotion. It's a great deal. They do great work.
Okay.
You know, I provide.
And what's your phone number again? Say it again.
314-496-4466. Hit me up if you need me.
Call us, man. What's your socials?
I can't get you that.
No, your face bitch,
I
your face
thought
bitch,
you
and your
talking about
IG and all
the
that. I don't
SS.
want your number, fam.
Didn't it sound like it
I'm
said?
not trying to fuck up your,
Yeah,
bro. This
no,
is
I can't get
2023,
that.
dog.
No, so
You know what socials mean.
So
ain't trying to jack your credit
social media, you can find me on Instagram. It's G's Locks and Keys as well.
You thought he had to be your social security number?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said, "What's your social?" I'm thinking like I
That was
can't.
quick though. He was like, I
I can't give you
Right,
that.
like I'm actually gonna ask for that.
You know.
Keep going with it, bro. What is it?
It's G's Locks and Keys. I believe. Let me see. Or it might be the light skin locksmith. I don't know which one.
Oh, that's dope. I
That's
like
my,
that.
It's a light skin
Is that IG?
yeah, that's on IG. Yeah, the light skin locksmith is
search that.
an idea that I
Because Twitter
had.
still got me
Do
suspended.
you still have your YouTube videos? You still put them
Yeah,
up?
I actually put my my pilot up the other day. I repurposed it and put it up the other day. So if you want to see something funny with locksmithing, you know, look up the light skin locksmith. That's a LITESKIN locksmith. and then you'll see the first pilot. You see my little theme song up there. I do a little rap on just playing and stuff. It's funny.
Well, it's gonna be some people like, how you spell locksmith?
Hey, y'all better figure it out. Look that up on YouTube. My man is dope.
Fuck
and
Twitter. They still ain't
and you gave out your face bitch already. You got IG. You got IG.
Yeah. It's all coming, man. Everything is personal right now. You can find me Grant Maxey on Facebook. Message me.
That's what it is. Big Coach Damon, as you like me to say. What Coach? Which one you want? Coach Heyman, Coach Damon, Coach Hill? I'm just gonna say Damon. All right, or fucking Coach. Coach, what's your socials? Where can people find you?
They can't. I ain't on no social media.
Oh yeah, that's right. You not. Yo, you lost every account you had.
But before I go though, before we go, please check out Dwayne Wade's Hall of Fame speech. If you ain't seen
I'm watching the whole thing tonight.
Please, if you ain't seen it, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Greatest
Springfield
Hall
in the
of Fame
house.
Speech I ever seen.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Major shout out to all the.
He brought his old dude on stage.
He brought his own dude on stage.
Brought his own dude on stage.
Oh, I'm about to watch it now.
That's one thing I didn't get. Like he just now, we've known about his mom for hellas, but he just now talking about his daddy.
Ooh, and when you heard the story about his old dude,
Yeah, I already know. He talked about it on
the
Levitard.
Okay.
Yeah, but Rodney Michael, tell people where they can
Rodney
find you.
Michael Music. That's my IG. Don't look for me on Twitter. They still got me suspended. Fuck Elon Musk. Anyway.
Preach. Fuck
And
him.
it's Rodney Michael Music
Word.
at Facebook.com.
He's trash as shit.
Yeah.
Took a perfectly good app and completely screwed it up. Major shout out to all the new inductees that went to Springfield, Massachusetts yesterday, because that's where the Hall of Fame is. That's where basketball was invented. Why you looking confused? You better help your cousin, dog. Yeah, major shout out to all the new people that are inducted. Grant, you so slow. Yo, Grant, thank you so much for coming through. This was
bro.
Yo, y'all need to come. Make sure y'all check out check out this man. If you need a mobile locksmith, he is the person you go to. We are done this Sunday. Where's my come on music? Yo, we are done. We are out of here. Y'all keep smoking, keep hooping. Major shout out, and guess what's coming up? Award-winning podcast of the year, The Ghetto. Next, let's get it.
Come on, ladies.